What is your position on the Second Amendment and the right to bear arms?
The right to bear arms should not be infringed. That is highly important because if the First Amendment doesn't work out, then that's what we're left with. I believe that we should not restrict guns. On the constitutional carry issue, I fully support that. I know someone who doesn't. Teacher carry, I also fully support that. And I firmly believe that it is important to keep tyranny away, that each one of us must be given the right, maintain that right.
I support the Second Amendment. What he's referring to is the permitless carry, not constitutional carry, actually, because constitutional carry would be anytime, anywhere you could carry a gun. But in the permitless carry bill, there were 34 pages of where you could not carry a gun. So it wasn't a constitutional carry bill. It's called the permitless carry. If you followed me for the last 2 years, all 4 months while we're in session, I've had an article in the paper and I've asked questions. I have almost 500 people on email address and I've asked questions. How do you want me to vote? And when that vote came out, 188 people said vote no against permitless carry because there was no training. Any person 21 years of age could go into any store, buy a gun, and walk around with it. And I just wanted, and evidently 188 people wanted, people to be trained. 4 people said vote yes. And so my question to Brice is, how would you handle that if your constituents wanted you to vote against something that, you thought that was right? And so sometimes when you're there, you have to take on other people and special interest groups that put pressure on you and tell people that, they're going to come after you. You will never be, no, seriously. There's a man down there that will come up to your face and say, we're going to keep you from being re-elected because of your vote.
Do I get to answer that?
Would you like to? You don't have to. We've kind of set up a form where we'll ask the questions as opposed to being able to ask back and forth. So if you want to, you're welcome to. But,
I would like to.
Okay.
As in response to how would I respond to my constituents who want me to vote against constitutional, House Bill 2597 is the one I'm referring to. Right now, as I'm campaigning, want to be very clear to where my convictions and where I stand. Because I'm clear now, my constituents will know where I will stand and how I will vote when I'm there. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to stick my thumb up in the air and find out who yells the loudest. Because usually, who is yelling the loudest right now if you look at media right now? It's the left. It's the liberals. And I want you to know right now where I stand. I am going to make that choice based on how you know who I am. And that is my answer.
Yes. You want to answer back? All I was going to say is, how does that make you a representative then? Because a representation means that you listen to your people. That's what Aaron said just a minute ago, Dr. Means. That's what you're supposed to do, is listen to your people.
All right, we'll get on with our question.